Since this is a different type of video, let's start off with a different intro. Hey everyone, this is Roger from Almost in Full Color. This video is not a gameplay video, but this is something I have to do anyways, was upgrade my PS4 right here. I bought a 1TB hard drive. This one was a 500 gig. I kept running out of space, and I just don't feel like hooking up an external hard drive to the PS4 all the time. So I'm just going to straight out upgrade it in there. This is a CUH-1200 series. If you have a different one, sorry, I can't make a video for them all. They do have slight variances, like this top part here comes off, or you gotta take it out from the back like this one. I'm doing this because I want to buy Red Dead Redemption 2. The rumor mill was it's going to take up a lot of memory, and I've been deleting a lot. I have like GTA 5, that takes up a lot. That's like 70 gigs, so that's almost 1/5 of my 500 gig hard drive. So I'll go through the steps of how to do this, so hopefully you enjoy. Okay, so now we're here on the PS4 menu. I plugged up an external hard drive in order to move my saved data. So once you click settings, you'll need to go down to application save data management, and then go to save data from system storage, copy to USB storage device. You have to wait until it finds your storage device. Please note that your storage device does have to be either FAT32 or exFAT for the internal. So here you will go to copy everything you need to your hard drive. Sorry, I am looking because evidently I have a lot. Select multiple applications. Let's do this very easily. Select all. And I wonder how big this is. Since it was just save data, it shouldn't be the whole game. USB storage. So now it is copying. And I was very nervous about the days that came up. So I won't bore y'all with this video, but I'll just fast forward this. Okay, that didn't take terribly long. It was about 10 minutes, so it shouldn't be that long with you, depending on how much saved game data you have. Notice this is saved game data, not the whole game saved. So if you have a large game that's like Destiny, you're not actually saving all like 60-80 gigs of that game. You're just saving your saved data. So now once it's copied over, all we have to do now is turn off our PlayStation, and then we will start our teardown. Alright, so now I've disconnected the PS4. Everything's disconnected. If you had questions, your model number is usually like on the back around here somewhere. So this one is a little different. I must have messed up. You slide out the top here just like so. Definitely read what model you have, because it will vary differently for each one. Because some of them will have like screws on the back side of the console here to take it out. This one's obviously top level. So you'll see this big nice screw here that has actually the PlayStation symbols on it, which you want to unscrew, and this will take out the hard drive chassis. So then after that, you can slide on out. Here's your nice little hard drive. So what you do here, most chassis, if you ever took apart a computer before, you'd be familiar with this. But there's 4 screws, 2 on each side, that holds them in. So we're just going to unscrew these. Alright, now we got our old hard drive out, which means we gotta get our new one. So now, what we need to do, put it in, make sure you remember how it went in. It should go in just like this. Obviously this is the back plate, so don't put it in that way or that way. And don't do this, because it doesn't set pretty well. And if you always forget, you can always look inside here to see your connector. So now since we have this, we'll have to line up our screws to make sure they go in correctly. What I always tend to do is kind of try to start it by hand first a little bit. Oh, one of the rubber pieces fell out. So when you're doing this, there is these rubber pieces here. Make sure they go back in the chassis. And how you slide it in is there's an opening right here. So take the rubber, pinch it together. This would have been easier if I noticed it before, but it'll slide right in. And it should slide in relatively easy. If you have to apply force, that means your ports aren't lined up correctly. Do not try to force it in. You will mess up a hard drive that way. So if you have any kind of restriction, you should double check and make sure everything is lined up. Tighten up this one last screw. Make sure your panel is fine, that your vents are outside the case. This will be fun. There we go. Alright, there we go. Make sure the back plate is lined up first. The back side, that made it easier, and then this kind of fell in, so it's a little loose. Clamp it in. Hard drive is installed. Now let's go download some software and get this running. I will provide a link to this page, but to get your software you have to end up going here, but there's a trick. Don't do download update. You have to scroll all the way to the bottom and you'll see various ways of how to update. Since we did just install a new hard drive, we need to perform a new installation of the system software. All the other links here, you notice they only require 400 megabytes. That's purely update. We don't want that. We need to install the whole new thing. So you click download now, and then you'll wait. While you're waiting for that, you have to do something special on the USB stick or external hard drive, however you're going to update your PlayStation. So if we look here, I already added the F drive, and then we added a folder called PS4, and then I created a folder called update. And once that download finishes, we'll click, we'll drag it in here, eject the USB, and then insert it into the PS4. I was unable to capture this menu, but when you start up the PS4 after this, you're going to have to connect your controller with the USB cable and then hit the PlayStation button, and you'll be into safe mode because now we have a hard drive with nothing in it, and our PlayStation, it doesn't know what to do. It'll say connect the USB storage device with the reinstallation software for version whatever it is currently. Then you're going to see a please wait while it looks for it. Eventually you're going to hit a system software update screen, and that's where it's actually installing the update file. So this is taking a while since I started talking about. Once it popped up on my screen, I'm at 10% now. So again, patience is wonderful here. Right now I'm going through the normal, like the first time you turn on the PS4 settings. So obviously if you've been gaming here, you know what to do. You have to find your network, sign in. So let me get all this done and I'll be right back with actual video now. Alright, now I'm back, and we're all uploaded. You can see I just have kind of the original screen because I didn't transfer the other stuff that was normally stored on the hard drive. So when you do this right, the one negative is the fact that you get your save game data, but you kind of got to re-download everything. That's why a lot of people do stick to the USB route. Anyways, we go back to application, and now once we here, I already plugged up my USB with our backup. So save data from USB device, copy to system storage. And there we got everything there. We're going to select multiple again, and then hit copy. Okay, now everything is copied. So now I got all my save data. If we go to our storage, now you can see, well, with the system update, I got 800 and some gigs instead of the 400 I was left with the 500 gig. So now we have completed the install. So now I have 1 terabyte instead of the 500 gigs, and I can hopefully hold more games. And now I got free 500 gig hard drive I can use as an external hard drive now, or whatever I feel like. Maybe throw it into my computer for all these recordings I'm doing. So hopefully you learned something from the video to take back. Thank you for watching. Like always, like and subscribe, and always tap the bell to know when we have something new coming out. Have a good rest of a YouTube journey.